परमशिवोऽहम्
For the Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant. And I tell you, when you meditate on this light and this heat pleasant, you just lose sleep on that Shivaratri night. You become awake. That is what is the real context of not sleeping on that night.
வான்வரையிலும் வளர்ந்த ஜோதி ரூபனே, தேன் சுவை தரும் தமிழின் தலைவனே, மான்மகிழ்வினை ஏந்தி நிற்கும் ஐயனே, கைலாசம் தந்த நித்யானந்தனே.
நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் அண்ணாமலையே சிவரூபமாய் வீற்றிருக்கும் குரு நித்யானந்தனே.
For the Shivaratri, meditate on this light, intense light, which makes you feel very pleasant in the body, and that heat which is very pleasant.
मदिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयाण गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा विद्यापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमदकल्पकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहारह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञानसंबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्ध श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्यरित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्र साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनुक्ष्वाको हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्ठी योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्ठी संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैला गुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगत गुरु शील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध बल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थम भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र योगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये। Please wash your hand with an uddani of water. Om apa upasprishya.
Let us now keep our Panchapatram and Uddharanis to the side and let's all stand up. Let's stand up on our mats for the skeleton dance. Please stand up on your mats. Visualize yourself as a skeleton without any skin, without any flesh, just bones, and start shaking each and every joint, each and every bone in your body. Your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, your knees, your neck. Loosen out every joint in your body and start shaking intensely. Start shaking intensely without any coordinated movements. Just wildly shake.
Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam, Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam.
Now slowly relax. Come to a standing position. Take long and deep breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now open your eyes. And you can now settle down on your yoga mats. So we are continuing the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. And in the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, today we are going to start with the Vajra Sangharasana. So in Vajra Sangharasana, first all the participants can look at your screen. So first come on to your toes and knees. And you will be placing the soles of your feet together and standing on your toes and sitting on your heels with your knees wide apart and off the floor. And then your legs should be like in a diamond shape. And then you will take your hands behind you and hold your elbows behind your back and gaze to the nose. This asana is Vajra Sangharasana. So let's all now do it together. So come on to your hands and knees and come on to your toes. Sit comfortably on your toes and keep the soles of your feet together. Keep the soles of your feet together. And now try to widen your legs as much as possible. Widen your legs as much as possible. And then take both your hands and catch your elbows behind your back and balance. You should visualize yourself as a diamond. Embody a diamond like strength, visualizing yourself as a strength for yourself and for your Sangha. And make sure your knees are off the floor. Your knees should not be touching the floor. Your knees should be off the floor. Yes, Kailasa, LA, female body is good. Kailasa, LA, male bodies. Come on, Banastaya, balance. You should be as stiff as a diamond. Kailasa, Bolivia, female body is good. Kailasa, Ecuador, Antoinaya, wider. Your knee should be wide as possible. Yes, feel the stretch. And in this asana, we'll be performing the Ujjayi Pranayama. The Ujjayi Pranayama is inhaling through your mouth. Inhale deeply through your mouth and hold your breath and visualize the prana in your heart center. And then exhale. This is the Ujjayi Pranayama. And the bandha that we'll be performing is Mula Bandha, contracting the perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम फणा पानी होए वैसे, दोवो एड़ी गुदानी वैसे, गोड़ा उभा राखे धीर, आड़े वाय बसारे धीर, पृष्ठ दिशि दो कर आने, तिनकी जुगत ऐसे विदिटाने, गह पर पसारी बुझा जुदोवु, कोहन्या लगती पकरे सोवु, जादो कबहू न लागे अवर फुट निजाय, वज्र संघार आसन यह जो दिन रात सधाय।
Now relax, you can bring your knees down. Relax your ankles. Yes, let's now go to the next asana. The next asana is Khanjanasana. So in Khanjanasana, you will be again coming, you can sit on your toes and knees and keep your toes down this time. Keep your toes down and your ankles crossed behind and sit on your heels. Keep your toes down and ankles crossed behind and sit on your knees. Now once you are sitting comfortably on your heels, place your palms onto the mat to your side. Once you are comfortably seated on your heels, place your palms on the mat to the sides. This is the Khanjanasana. And in this asana, you will gaze to your nose and visualize perfect health beyond any and all physical and mental ailments. Visualize yourself as completely healthy. The pranayama that you'll be performing is the Ujjayi pranayama, that is inhale through your mouth as deep as possible and then hold your breath in your heart center, visualizing the prana being collected in your heart center, and then exhale. Tattva Maharaj is seeing many of the participants, you're bending forward. Don't bend forward. Your chest should actually be upright. So don't bend forward. Your chest should still be upright. It should only be that your palms are just on the ground. You don't have to go onto your palms. Your body weight should still be on your heels. Your palms are just there for support. And in this asana, we are going to perform the Udhyana Bandha. The Udhyana Bandha is pulling your stomach in and up. Perform the Udhyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And the Mula Bandha. The Mula Bandha is contracting your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
खञ्जनासनमावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सुस्थिरो भवेत्, पृष्ठे पादद्वयं बद्ध्वा हस्तौ भूमौ प्रधारयेत्, भूमौ हस्तद्वयं नाथ पातयित्वा नीलं पिबेत्, पृष्ठे पादद्वयं बद्ध्वा खञ्जनेन जयी भवेत्।
Yes, now relax. The next asana is Kurmasana. So in Kurmasana, again come on to your hands and feet. And this time you're going to cross your toes flat and crossing your feet. Keep your feet flat and cross your feet over each other and place your perineum on the back of the heels. Keep your feet flat and cross your feet and place your perineum on the back of your heels. And you'll be keeping your knees wide and on the floor. Keep your knees wide and on the floor and rest your hands on your knees. Come to a comfortable position. Gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as a turtle, having a stable body and mind, living for hundreds of years. And in this asana, we are performing the Ujjayi pranayama, that is, inhale through your mouth as deep as possible and hold your breath and visualize the prana, the life energy, going to your heart center, and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, that is contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
गुल्भौ च वृषणस्याधो व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितो ऋजुकाय शिरो ग्रीवं कूर्मासनमितीरितम्.
Now uncross and relax your feet. The next asana that we are going to do is Yogasana. Now again come on to your toes, sit on your toes and keep your toes flat, cross your feet and place your perineum on the back of your heels and gaze to the nose. Gaze to your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. In this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The pranayama that you will be doing is the Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale through your mouth as deep as possible. And then hold
Recording
your
in
breath.
progress.
Hold your breath. Visualize the prana going to your heart center and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
गुदं नियम्य गुल्फाभ्यां व्युत्क्रमेण समाहितः योगासनं भवेदेतत् इति योगविदो विदुः.
Now relax. You can uncross your feet and come back to a seated position. The next asana that we are going to be performing is the Vijogasana. So in this asana, requesting the participants to please look at your screen. So first come up onto your knees and toes, and once you stand on your knees, you're now going to cross your ankles behind you and bring your feet to your opposite knees. You're going to be crossing your ankles behind you and keeping your feet near your opposite knees. And now you're going to bring your hands behind and hold the calves with your fingers inside and thumb outside, and gaze to the third eye. This is the Vijogasana. So let's all do this together. Requesting all the participants now come on to your knees. Come on to the knees. And now you're going to cross your legs behind you. So bring your right foot next to your left knee and your left foot next to your right knee. And now take your hands and hold the ankles of your foot behind you. Yes, hold your ankles. Now gaze to the third eye. Visualize a space of eternal oneness and Advaita with the Guru. In this asana, visualize a space of oneness, Advaita with the Guru, with Swamiji. And the pranayama that we'll be performing is the Ujjayi pranayama. So inhale through your mouth as deep as possible, and then hold your breath and visualize the prana in your heart center, and then exhale. And perform the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
घोड़ा वामो उभो होई, घोड़ा आड़ा राखे दोई, दछिपाद की पानी रहावे, थनव वाम घोड़ा ढिकिल्यावे, कोरवारिली संधि भूटे के, एडी वाम पदी संधि वे सेखे, तामा ही करी बाहर आने, वाम पाद को फनो भूठाने.
Now relax. Continue to stay on your knees. Continue to be on your knees. The next asana is Ushtrasana. So in Ushtrasana, you can uncross your feet, but stay on your knees, uncross your feet. Your feet should be extended outwards. Now from this position, slowly bend backwards and hold your ankles with your hands. Bend backwards and hold your ankles with your hands, and keep your arms straight. Keep your arms straight and push your hips forward and tilt your head back. This is the Ushtrasana. So Tattva Maharaj is going to repeat. Come on to a kneeling position. Come on to your knees, and your legs should be extended behind you. Keep your toes flat on the ground. And now bend backwards and hold the ankles with your hands. Keep your arms straight and push your hips forward and tilt your head back. This is the Ushtrasana. So come on, let's all get into the asana. Feel the nice stretch in your back. Feel the nice stretch in your back, in your thighs, in your abdominal muscles, in your chest. Feel your whole body stretching. Arch your back as much as possible. And you can let your neck fall comfortably to the back. You don't need to strain your neck by trying to look in the front. You can look at the back. You can let your neck tilt your head backwards and let your neck also stretch. If your partner is not able to do, you can help your partner. You can help your partner to touch their ankle and bend backwards. You can hold your partner's back and slowly lower your partner down and pull your partner's stomach and chest up to the air, up to the sky. Yes, Kailasa, LA, male bodies. Banastaya, good. Touch your ankles, slowly let yourself go back. And you can tilt your neck also back. Yes, Chesaya, good. Yes, Antoanaya, good. Kailasa Ecuador. Kantuanaya, Parmayogaya, good. Yes, in this asana, visualize yourself as a camel. Perform the Ujjayi pranayama, that is, inhale through your mouth, hold your breath, and feel the prana going to your heart center, and exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य सम्पिपादयिषुः पुमान् कपोतोष्ट्रासनाभ्यासं कुर्यान्मितहिताशनः.
Now relax. If you're feeling a bit strain in your back, you can bend forward, come onto your knees, and toes onto Vajrasana, and then you can bend forward. Bend forward and let your back relax. Yes, now you can slowly get up. The next asana we'll be performing is Jatyasana 2. So in Jatyasana, again you'll be coming to the Ushtrasana position. So come on to a kneeling position and then slowly catch your ankles, bend back, catch your ankles, and this time you're going to bring your elbows onto the ground. So bring your elbows onto the ground, but continue to catch your ankles. Keep your hands on your ankles and then bring your head all the way back and place the crown of your head on the mat and gaze to the nose. Yes, Tattva Maharaj is saying many of you are bringing your hips down. Your hips should still be up. You are not only rounding your back. If all the participants can look to the screen, so in this asana, you'll not only be putting your back, you're not only rounding your back. In this asana, you're not just rounding your back, you're going to stretch your whole, from all the way from your knees to your elbows. So your back and your behind, your buttocks should be raised above the floor. You should not be letting your buttocks to rest. So only your knees should be on the floor and your whole body should be off the floor, and then your elbows and the crown of your head should be on the floor. So we'll again show you how to get into the asana. So come on to from a kneeling position. Place your hands on your ankles and slowly bend backwards. And then come on to your elbows. Come on to your elbows and then place the crown of your head on the floor. This is the Jatyasana. So yes, come on, let's all do. You can also help your partner. Yes, come on, go down, go down. Abhilashaya, your hips up. Yes, so in this asana, gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as a blooming lotus. Visualize yourself as a blooming lotus. Perform the Ujjayi pranayama, that is, inhale through your mouth, hold your breath, and then exhale. And the bandha you'll be performing is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जङ्घापृष्ठिभूमौ निधाय जङ्घोदरयोः ऊरुनि संस्थाप्य पृष्ठिवंशं वारं वारं स्पृशेत्.
Yes, now relax. You can come back to a seated position. The next asana we are going to do is Viratasana. In Viratasana, again you're going to sit on your knees with your thighs and calves together. Now lean back and touch Now you're going to bring your back onto the ground. So keep your knees and thighs and calves together. Lean back and touch your back to the ground and continue to hold your calves. And from this asana, you're going to rise up back to a seated position. And do this again and again. Try to do it without the support of your hands, but if you're not able to do it without the support of your hands, you can use your hands. So you can put your palms on the ground and you can push yourself up. Try to do it without the support of your hands, but if you're not able to do, you can use the support of your hands. Keep coming up and going down. Do it again and again. Try to use your abdominal muscles and come up without the support of your hands. Yes, the Ma in Kailasa, Bolivia, good. The Ma in Kailasa, Bolivia, good. Kailasa, Ecuador, Antoinaya, come on. Go back and come all the way back to a seated position. In this asana, visualize the healing and liberation of all causal and subtle forms of your body. Visualize the healing in the subtle forms of your body. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, that is, inhale through your mouth. Visualize the prana going to your heart center and exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जङ्घापृष्ठिभूमौ निधाय जङ्घोदरयोः ऊरुनि संस्थाप्य पृष्ठिवंशं वारं वारं स्पृशेत् विराटासनं भवति.
Now relax, come to a seated position. The next asana that we're going to perform is Kapotasana. So before that, how many of you are feeling the workout happening in your abdominal muscles, in your thighs, in your hip flexors? Can you raise your hands? How many of you are feeling a workout happening in your abs? Okay, that's good. So the next asana is Kapotasana. So in Kapotasana, again you will come on to your knees, come to a kneeling position, and then you'll be going all the way back, bend backward, bend all the way backward. And this time what you're going to do is you're going to try to touch the crown of your head to your toes. You're going to touch your crown of your head to your toes and your forearms on the mat and holding the back of your heels. You'll be bringing your head in between the feet. This is the Kapotasana. So in this asana, first come on to a kneeling position. Let's all do this together. Come to a kneeling position, and first you can begin with going as back as possible. So place your hands on the ground behind you, place your hands on your ankle, and go as much as possible behind. So if you're able to go only this much, it's fine. Feel the stretch in your back. Feel the stretch in your back, and then go more down. Try to touch your head all the way down. So you can even take the support of your partner. So your partner can hold you and lower you down as much as possible. So let's all take the support of your partner. And even if you're able to do so, first another way is you can bring your head onto the ground. Bring your head onto the ground and slowly walk your hands. Walk your hands and leg as much as possible, closer and closer towards your feet. Bring your head on the ground and walk your hands closer and closer so that your head touches your feet. Yes, you can help your partner. Yes, the Ma in Kailasa, Bolivia. Yes, go down. Yes, Kailasa LA. Kailasa LA female team. Let's all get into the asana. You can come together as partners. You can come together as partners and slowly help your partner go all the way down. So you can lift your partner's back and try to pull your partner as much as possible. Slowly come closer and closer so that the crown of your head touches your feet. Support your partner's back. Support your partner's back and slowly arch your back as much as possible. Feel the stretch in your back. Feel the nice stretch in your back. Yes, the Ma in Kailasa, Bolivia on the blue mat. That's good. And in this asana, visualize yourself as a dove. Visualize yourself as a beautiful dove. And the pranayama that you'll be performing is the Ujjayi pranayama. The Ujjayi pranayama is inhale through your mouth as deep as possible. Inhale deeply and then hold your breath. Hold your breath to your heart center and then exhale. Yes, come on, let's all get into the asana. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य सम्पिपादयिषुः पुमान् कपोतोष्ट्रासनाभ्यास कुर्यान्मितहिताशनः.
Yes, now you can all come up and come back to a seated position. And if the participants want, we can do the inverted pose for one. So come on to your knees and toes and slowly bend forward. Bend forward so you can release the, stretch your back. Yes, now slowly come up. The next asana that we are going to perform is the Varasana. So in Varasana, you will be standing upright on your knees. Stand upright on your knees with your toes tucked. And hold your arms with your opposite hands. Hold your arms with your opposite hands and gaze to the nose. This is the boon fulfilling asana. Visualize yourself receiving all the boons that you wanted from Paramashiva, from Swamiji. Keep your knees together. Kailasa, Bolivia, the Ma on the blue mat. Keep your knees together. Keep your knees together and visualize yourself receiving all the boons from Swamiji, from Bhagavan Paramashiva. And in this asana also perform the Ujjayi Pranayama. The Ujjayi Pranayama is inhale through your mouth as deep as possible. Hold your breath and visualize the prana going to your heart center. And then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानुनी भूमौ संस्थाप्य हस्ताभ्यां बाहुपरस्परं धृत्वा सरलं तिष्ठेत् वरासनं भवति.
Now continue to keep your knees together and toes tucked and lean forward. The next asana is Varahasana. Continue to be on your knees, keep your toes tucked and lean forward. Lean forward and bring your elbows to the mat, your hands holding the head. Rest your hands on your head and place your perineum on your heels. Bring your perineum on your heels and place your head on your hands. Visualize yourself as a boar, one of the incarnations of Mahavishnu, the Varaha incarnation. Perform the Ujjayi Pranayama, that is inhale through your mouth and then hold your breath. Feel the prana coursing through your body, through your heart, and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सूर्यं चन्द्रं भेदनानि आसनानि निकथ्यन्ते. कूर्परौ भूमौ स्थापयित्वा जानुभ्याम् अवनिमवष्टभ्यां हस्तौ मस्तके संस्थाप्य पार्श्वनितम्बे संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् वराहासनं भवति.
Now, every one of you can relax. The next asana we are all going to be performing is going to be Mundasana. In Mundasana, which is going to be basically standing on our head, which is headstand. Please get yourself, your partners, please pair up. Please pair up. Pair up, pair up, pair up. LA team, Bolivia team. Please pair up. Now, as you have your partners together, you're going to kneel down on your knees. Kneel down on your knees. Place the crown of your head on the mat with your hands interlaced. Interlace your fingers. Place the crown of your head on the ground. elbows on the mat, shoulder width apart. Now you're going to lift your knees and hips high, raising the body upside down, and slowly kick your feet up towards the sky, pulling your body up towards the sky, lifting your knees into Mundasana. So this is the asana we are all going to be doing. Now, if you have any specific medical condition and you have been advised against doing this, then please don't do it. But otherwise, every one of you can try. Yes, come on, LA female team, LA male team. LA male team, some of you are still in the previous asana. Move to the next. Come along with your partners so that you can lift. Otherwise, your head is down and your knees are also down. Please pair up. LA males. LA male team, please pair up and help each other. Same way, LA female team also, please pair up and help the other person by holding their foot and slowly helping them balance. See, you want to put your weight on your head, not on your forehead. So rotate your head nice and down so that your weight is on the head and not on the forehead. Do it slowly. Switch partners and do it. If you feel there is too much of strain, switch your partners and do it again, or drop your feet down and then go up again. Switch partners and you can do. Yes, good. LA female team, that's good. You're doing a wonderful job. Even if you're supporting with 2 people, that is still good. Some of you doing on the walls, taking support, that is good. Please make sure that you don't have your feet pointed towards any of Swamiji's photos. That is the only thing. Please take a few more moments to practice. Bolivia female team, you're doing a wonderful job. Many of you are already up, standing on your feet. That's great. Rest of you also please perform. There are some of you seated at the back in Bolivia female team. Can you all partner up? Please pair up together and do. You can switch partners and repeat again. LA female team, some of you at the back. Yes, every one of you are seen in the camera. Let's all do it. Please switch partners and you can try taking the support of the wall. You can try taking the support of your partners. LA male team also can do the same. Ecuador team, Parama Yoga, come on, do it. Show in the camera that you're able to do. Come on, Parama Yoga, yes. Okay, wonderful, great. Hey, hold. I see your excitement, but you need to do it a little slowly so you hold. Slowly go up and hold. Yes, you're doing a wonderful job. Hold and balance. Great. That's wonderful. Bolivia male team. Yes, sorry, the female team in Bolivia on the other camera. The hall volunteers, Ma, can you all help everybody? Yes. Now, in this asana, you're going to visualize yourself as a lobed tree, which is cut in half. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अधो मुण्डासनं वक्ष्ये सर्वेषां प्राणिनां सुखम् ऊर्ध्वमार्गे पदे दत्त्वा धारयेन्मारुतं सिद्धिः सर्वासनानां श्रेष्ठं हि ऊर्ध्वपादो यदाचरेत् तदैव महतीं सिद्धिं ददाति वायवीकला.
Relax, slowly come down on the ground. Bend down, yes, on your knees. We're going to enter into Andasana, which is kneel down. Bring your head towards your knees. Bring your head down towards your knees. Round your neck, round your back. Come on, all of you do this. It's going to stretch out your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles, your back muscles. All of you on your knees, everyone on your knees. Bring your neck as close as possible to your knees. Pull your head in, round your back. Come on, round your back. Bolivia female team, round your back. Hold the head with your hands and exhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Now, we are going to partner in this, and all of you can look up onto the screen. So, we're just going to give a gentle push. Now, instead of having the neck towards the knee, you're just going to look forward. Look forward, hands forward. Hands forward, head down. Now, the other partner, just go and give a push onto the lower back, pushing them onto the ground. So you can see the knees are a little wide out and your body goes down. Press on the lower back. You're not going to press on the top or on the middle. You're going to press on the lower back, pushing them down and forward. Okay? And give a slight press. Do it along with your partners. And when the other partner is pressing you down, the person who is getting pressed, the one who is at the bottom, exhale. So your body relaxes and goes down. Lower back, apply pressure. If you're too gentle also, nothing will happen. You should not be too hard either. So you need to be able to assess properly and give a slight push. Lower back, not on the upper back, lower back. Okay, switch partners. Please switch partners. And press them slightly towards the ground. Push them slightly towards the ground, lower back. Relax, come back on top. Relax, come back on top. Be seated. Just sit straight. Inhale and exhale. Relax your body. Rotate your neck.
Now the next asana is Viparita Shalabhasana. So in this asana, we are going to come on to your stomach. Please come on to your stomach and stretch your hands in front of you. Stretch your hands in front of you. And now lift your thighs, arms, and chest off the ground. Lift your thighs, your arms, your legs, your chest off the ground. Lift, come on, lift, 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 lift and hold. Let's hold together for 11 seconds. Come on to your stomach and extend your hands in front of you. And now lift your hands, your chest, your legs, your thighs off the ground. Lift and let's hold for 11 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's all do it again. So lie on your belly and extend your arms straight and lift your thighs, arms, and chest off the ground. Come on, lift. And in this asana, visualize yourself as a locust, the insect, and perform the Sahaja Pranayama, that is, inhale and exhale as comfortably as possible. And then perform the Mula Bandha. The Mula Bandha is contracting your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
शलभासनभेदाश्च नटभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
Yes, now come down and relax. The next asana is Kapalasana. So in the Kapalasana, continue to lay down on your stomach. And now keep your arms to the side. Keep your arms to the side and your forehead on the ground. And in this asana, keep your upper body on the ground. Keep your upper body on the ground and lift your legs up together. Keep your chest on the mat and lift your legs up together. Lift your legs off the mat. Visualize yourself as the skull, representing the mind with purified thoughts and the strong will to attain enlightenment. Perform the pranayama of Sahaja Kumbhaka, that is, inhale and exhale comfortably. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कपालं भूमौ निधाय ऊर्ध्वं पादौ नयेत् कपालासनं भवति.
Now you can lower your legs and relax. The next asana is Akasha Kapotasana. So first, requesting all the participants to look at the screen in front of you. So you will continue to be in the last asana that we did, which is Kapalasana. And from that asana, you're going to kick your legs up all the way up to the air and bring your legs all the way over your head and your legs, your feet all the way down. So from Kapotasana, you're going to kick your legs all the way up and arch your back and bring your feet to the ground in front of you. You can take your partner's support, and your partner can raise your leg as much as possible, as much as you can bend your back. So come on, let's get into partners. So you can take the help of your partner and you can kick your legs up and slowly bend your back. Bend your back as much as possible. And as you inhale, inhale deeply and exhale. As you exhale, push your back more. Yes, come on, Kailasa LA. Female bodies in Kailasa LA. Let's get into the asana. Male bodies, come together as partners. You need to have a partner for this asana. You will not be able to push your legs by yourself. So yes, Abhilashaya, partner with someone. Banastaya, partner with someone. Chesaya, partner with someone. Take your partner's feet and bring it as high as possible. Your chest and shoulders can be on the ground. Yes, Banastaya, help the person behind you. Is that Ozranaya? Yes, take your partner's feet and bring it as high as possible. Bring it as high as possible and feel the stretch in your back. Feel the stretch in your back, in your hamstrings. Lift your legs as high as possible and hold your partner's legs in the air and stay. Stay in there. How much ever you can go up. How much ever you can go up and stay. And slowly loosen the muscles in the back. Go up and stay. And slowly loosen the muscles. As you can see the Acharya on the screen. If you're able to go even this much, it is fine. Go this much and hold. Hold in the asana and loosen your back muscles. Keep the legs up in the air and loosen your back. So how many of the participants are able to bring your legs up to the air at least? How many of you are able to bring it up to the air? Can you raise your hands? How many of the participants are able to bring your legs all the way up in the air? Okay. Yes, is that Anne-Marie Kasuma in Kailasa, LA? Yes, come on, Ma Virupaksha. Yes, you can help Ma Virupaksha. Yes, is that Ma Kala Devi at the back of the hall? Yes, wonderful, Ma. So in this asana, you'll visualize yourself as a free and open dove, a dove flying in the open. You'll perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka, that is inhale and exhale comfortably. Perform the Moola Bandha, contracting your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उष्ट्रासने स्थित्वा चरणौ भूमेरुत्थाप्य मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा पृष्ठप्रदेशेन भूमौ स्थापयेत् आकाशकपोटं भवति.
Yes, now relax And everybody can come to our yoga mats. Come back to our yoga mats. The next asana is a counter pose for this asana. So the next asana is Chatakasana. So in Chatakasana, sit on your knees and bring your chest down. Bring your chest down so your navel touches your knees. Keep your hands flat on the mat and your forearms on the ground, and be sturdy. So come on to your knees and then bring your chest down, bend forward so your navel touches your knees. Keep your hands flat on the mat and your forearms also to the ground, and sit in a sturdy position. This is the Chatakasana. And in this asana, visualize yourself as a sparrow. Visualize yourself as a sparrow bird. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Sahaja Kumbhaka is inhale deeply and comfortably as possible. Hold your breath as comfortably as possible and exhale as comfortably as possible. Perform the Mula Bandha. The Mula Bandha is contracting your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पूर्वपरपर्यन्तौ हस्तौ धरामवष्टभ्य जानुनी नाभौ संकुञ्च्य तिष्ठेत् चटकासनं भवति.
Yes, now relax. You can all come up. The next asana is Vrishchikasana. This is again a very interesting asana. So please look at the Acharya in front of you. So in Vrishchikasana, as we were in Chatakasana, continue to place your forearms on the ground. And now lift your hips up. Come on to your toes and lift your hips up. And what you're going to do is slowly walk your toes closer and closer. And then you're going to kick your legs up to the sky. You're going to kick your legs up to the sky and then bend your knees and bring your feet to touch your head. Bend your back and make sure that your feet is touching your head. And lift your chin and hold in this asana. This is the Vrishchikasana.
Let's also look at a couple of different ways that we can do it. All of you can relax. Now, a few different ways where you can start learning to do this asana would be where you start balancing. Now, if you see, the entire balance is going to be on 3 points, or precisely more, it's going to be only on 2 points, which is going to be on your elbows, both sides elbows, and then this actually moves. Okay, so your hands are there, but even otherwise they move. So the whole balance is only on your elbow. So you want to make sure that you are planting your elbows nice on the ground. Open your fingers, ground your fingers, spread your fingers and then ground them on the floor. Okay. Now once you are in this position, the other partner, you can also make sure that you are having partners for this. Now you need to raise your leg up. Okay, and from here kick. just kick up and hold. The partner can just hold in this position, and then slowly, once you get balance, then you can bend your knee and try to hold in this position. Relax. So this is a asana. This is actually, it's not hard. It just needs a little bit of practice. Come on, let's all partner up. See, even if you don't bend your back in the first position, it's okay. Even if your back is straight, it's okay. Even if you place your forehead on the ground, it is okay. But place your hands in the position. Come on, LA female team, partner up. LA male team, partner up. Yes, the first row females in LA. All of you please partner. Yes. Now slowly kick your feet up. Stretch your knees out and kick your feet up. Come on, kick, kick, kick. And hold. Yes. Even if two people are holding you and lifting you up on top of your elbows, that is okay. Get started with that. Yes, Bolivia female team, I see some of you are doing, some of you are standing. Every one of you do it. Yes, let's all perform the Vrishchikasana. LA male team. LA male team, please partner. Chesaya and Abhilashaya, yes, both of you are partners. Same way, can others also partner up? Rest of the people also who are there, LA males, please partner up. You can switch partners and do. Yes, Banahastaya, can you get yourself a partner? Do it along with a partner who can help you. Yes, come on. Banahastaya, kick your feet up. Devarupaya is there to support. Come on, kick. Yes, lift the feet and push it up. Yes, push it up. Look forward, look forward. Banahastaya, look forward. Try to bring your neck forward. Yes, try to hold there for a few seconds and then drop. Yes, good. Switch partners. Now switch partners and try doing the same. All right, every one of you can relax. In this position, you're going to visualize yourself as a scorpion in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
विच्छेव पुच्छ प्रतिमाङ्घ्रिपार्ष्णे धृत्वा स्वशीर्षे चिबुकं विधार्यको यत्रेति सन्तिष्ठति साधकस्त्वं विशावहं वृश्चिकसंयमासनम्.
You can now relax. Come back to a seated position. Relax and settle down. Come back to your mats. Let's all come back to our mats. Settle down. Yes. So the next asana that we're going to do is Vrishasana. So in Vrishasana, we're actually going to come on to our hands and legs. So come on and sit on your heels and place your perineum on your right heel. Place your perineum on your right heel and your left leg, place it outside your hip. Your ankle to the side. Sit on your right heel. And take your left leg and place it outside your hip. Your ankle to the side. And place your hands on the mat. This is the Vrishasana. So let's all do it together now. Yes, come on, sit on your heel. Sit on your right heel.
Now, while doing this, you also want to make sure that you are putting in a good amount of pressure here. So that way you are, even though you're sitting on that foot, this area you will get a stretch when you sit on the other side, because this is stretched out. The more you stretch, the more you will get a stretch in your calf and your thighs. So stretch it out nice and wide. And sit in the position.
And in this asana, visualize yourself as a bull. Visualize yourself as a bull. The pranayama that you'll be performing is the Antarangaka Kumbhaka. The Kumbhaka is forcefully drawing the air through your nose and then retain it, hold your breath, and then leave it slowly. Inhale forcefully through your nostrils and then hold your breath as long as possible and then exhale slowly through your nose. Perform the Mula Bandha and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
याम्यगुल्फे पादमूले वामभागे पदेतरं विपरीतं स्पृशेत् भूमिं वृषासनमिदं भवेत्.
Now relax. Relax and come back to a seated position. You can sit on your heels. The next asana is the Lolasana. So in Lolasana, first requesting all the participants to look at the screen in front of you. So come to a kneeling position. Kneel and place your hands flat on the mat in front of you. Place your hands on the mat. And now you're going to lift your knees. Lift your knees off the floor and place your knees on your elbows.
So this is asana. This is actually Lolasana. In Lolasana, there are a couple of different variations that you're going to do. Basically, what you're going to do is, while you are seated in the Vajrasana, which is on your knees, you're going to lift your feet up and cross it. That is what you're going to do. What you can do for it to be easier is get your hands as close as possible to the knees. So get your hands as close as possible to the knees. Come on, all of you, get on top of your feet. Get your hands as close as possible to the knees. So your knees are supported with your hands. Now slowly bend forward, lift one leg off the ground, and then just quickly lift the other one and hold and relax. Let's all perform the Lolasana together. All of you get on top of your heels. Okay? All of you on top of your toes, sitting on your knees. Now get your hands close to each other. Get your hands close to each other and hold on to the knees. Okay, so your knees are close to your hands. Okay, now as you tighten this together, slowly move your body weight forward and lift your feet off the ground and relax. We'll show you the side angle as well. Okay, now you are seeing that your hand gets supported by your knees. So this becomes a little more easier. Let's all perform the Lolasana together. Try to lift one leg off the ground. Even if you're able to lift one leg off the ground, that is good. Try to lift one leg off the ground and hold the position. Even if you're lifting and dropping, that is okay. Try to lift one leg off the ground and switch the sides. If you're lifting one leg off, lift the other side.
Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia, female team. Good. Lift your toes off the floor. Yes, Parama Yoga here, Kailasa, Ecuador. Did you do it? Okay, wonderful. Put one foot on top of each other. This time we're going to put the left foot on top of your right foot. So cross your feet. Once you lift both your legs off the floor, you can cross your feet. Who all were able to lift both your feet off the floor, you can cross your feet. And in this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And you'll be performing the same pranayama as last asana. That is the Antarangaka Kumbhaka. So inhale forcefully through your nostrils. Inhale forcefully and hold your breath as long as possible. And then exhale slowly. Perform the Mula Bandha. Contract your perineum. And the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
लोलासनं सदा कुर्यात् वायुलोलापघातनात् स्थिरवायुप्रसादेन स्थिरचेता भवेत् द्रुतम्.
Relax, all of you relax. Now come back to a seated position. You're going to be interlocking your hands and you're going to stretch your hands out in front of you. Stretch your hands out in front of you. Move it to the left, move it to the right, up and stretch, giving your shoulder muscles a good shake. And you can also do it at the back. Interlock your hands at the back and stretch it out. All of you stretch it out because this asana will put a lot of stress on your shoulder. So your shoulder muscles need to be strong to be able to perform this. So stretch out your shoulders. And rotate your hands. All of you, please rotate your hands clockwise, and then you can go anti-clockwise. Okay, yes. So now we're going to try something a little different. So one hand goes clockwise and the other hand goes anti-clockwise. Okay, so one hand clockwise and the other hand anti-clockwise. Come on, let's see how many of you are able to do one hand clockwise and the other hand anti-clockwise. This basically utilizes your whole brain. Switch directions, rotate it on the other side. Some of you are rotating it on the same side. Come on, bring your awareness and switch the other side. One goes forward, the other goes backward. Now do the same thing, holding your shoulders. Hold on to your shoulders. No, some of you are paddling. Some of you are doing both in the same direction. Bring your awareness and do one forward And the other backward. Yes. Relax, do it the other direction. Come on, bring your awareness and do it properly. All right, good. Now press your shoulders, massage your shoulders, your arms. Press them nice and hard. Your shoulder muscles are those which take a lot of stress. In general itself, they carry a lot of stress. So you don't need to be gentle with your own muscles. Give them as hard as possible, press them. As tight as possible, press them. It will only relax your muscles. Do it one at a time, one side at a time. Press nicely. Just shake your shoulders out. Rotate your necks. Yes, good. Okay, so today let's take a couple of questions. Let's take a few questions. If any of you have any questions, you can ask. We have another 10 minutes to go. So let's ask, let's take some questions. If any of you want to share anything, you can share. Any of you have like any questions you want to ask about something specifically, you can ask. We'll take your questions, try to answer your questions for the next 10 minutes that we have.
Nithyananda. Can you hear me? Nithyananda.
Yes, just a moment. Yes, let's go ahead. You can ask your questions.
I have a question about the back bending. How,
You need to be a little louder. Parama Yoga, yeah, you need to be a little louder.
I have a question about the back bending, bending the back. If there is
Back
any
bending.
recommended, yes, to get this, it was the most difficult for me.
Parama Yoga, I vaguely understood what you're telling, but the audio is not loud enough. Correct.
Recording in progress.
Can you please?
Nithyananda.
The question was, I want to do back bending, the asanas which have to bend the back to behind. But there is any stretch that recommended to get to these asanas that they were the most difficult for me.
Yes. So actually you will be seeing, there are going to be asanas that will be coming in. We are doing the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama and Trithiya Vinyasa Krama. There will be a lot of asanas that will focus on your back bending. So just follow along. You're doing a wonderful job. We'll teach you it. Don't worry. Okay? Wonderful. Great. Yes. Any other questions? We can go to the next one.
Nithyananda, Maya, Maharaj, I have 2 questions from LA team.
Yes, Ma. Can you tell your name and can you ask your question, Ma, please?
Sure. My name is Jessica.
Yes, Ma, Jessica. Please go ahead.
One of my questions is, in yoga, when you touch somebody or work with a partner, is there anything to be mindful of? But previously, when I had done yoga before, they actually said not to touch. So I'm wondering, is there anything to be mindful of when you support a partner?
Glitch here. Sorry, Ma, could you repeat it?
Sure. When you work with a partner, is there anything we should be mindful of when you touch somebody else during yoga, just with the exchange of energy? Because previously in yoga, I had been taught not to touch.
Yes. Okay. So you actually only need to be mindful in terms of how the other person's body is responding, because especially times when we are pushing the other person or we are helping them to lift, right? Those are the times that you need to be aware of, that you need to be careful of. There are some asanas, for example, when you enter into Shavasana, right? Those times we tell specifically not to touch anybody. Even your own hand should not touch your body. So in the Agama, specifically Paramashiva says where you can take help, where you should not, in terms of have enough distance. So those if we follow, that is sufficient, Ma. Paramashiva actually gives detailed instructions in the Shastra Pramanas. So places where he specifically tells, we need to be careful. Other places we can support, we can push, and we can do. No problem.
Thank you. My next question, I actually injured my back 4 or 5 years ago. I couldn't walk, couldn't sit, and had pain. And then in one of the Param Shivoham programs, Swamiji said, I'll heal you. And so since I've been able to sit on the floor, when we do yoga.
Okay, your mic is gone. Nope, I can't hear, ma. Yes, can the hall volunteers quickly help replace the battery or change the mic? And as Ma is quickly running and getting the mic fixed. Okay, this is for every one of you also, right? See, all of you focus on doing the asana as much as you can. There are limitations which are there with every one of us. But the more and more we are actually able to focus, hold ourselves in certain asanas where it is difficult, we will actually start moving through. Okay? So, and same way, even when others ask questions, pay attention to it, listen to them, because a lot of your questions would get clarified. In fact, the entire asana, the whole yoga time that we are doing, we are actually stretching it slowly, focusing on different things, helping relax. In fact, you know what? The actual yoga starts only after all of this is done. Right now, we are only looking at how to get comfortable with the asanas, which is the posture. But the real experience of the oneness will start happening when you enter into the subtle components, which is the breathing, the pranayama, the bandha, the visualization. But if you do not have comfort in the posture, then you will not be able to focus on those. So that is the reason in the initial phase, we are working a lot in terms of giving the techniques, helping each other to become comfortable in the posture. How many of you are understanding this? Can you all raise your hands if you are understanding this? Yes, that's great.
Nithyananda,
And really wonderful.
the microphone is working. So
Go ahead, ma'am.
The question is, before when I had the back injury, I was very aware, and I realized only with this program that I kept reinforcing I have a herniated disc and that's why this is happening. But with the visualization of healing, I'm aware of my back now, but there's absolutely no pain. And so my question is, what is Swamiji doing?
Okay, yes. See, ma, there are two things in this. Okay, first of all, you need to be rest assured that one, you are there in the breathing space of Bhagwan, not just yoga time. The very LA, the place where you are, is the living field of Bhagwan. Okay, so that is point number one. Being there in itself starts healing your body. Now, the second thing, you need to actually listen to your own body. Now, for example, I'll give you my own practical example. Okay, this was what I shared in the previous time also, like the previous batch. So recently, probably about few months back, while I was doing something, I slipped and I fell. And I think sprained my feet a little more harder. So I couldn't actually sit in Padmasana. The leg would just not get into Padmasana, causing a lot of pain, especially at the ankle joint. Now, whenever satsangs would happen, I'll tell you what I did. Okay, whenever satsangs would happen, whenever Swamiji is there, right, I will consciously bring my foot, keep it in Padmasana. Initially, probably for 30 seconds I could keep before it would hurt a lot, and then relax. Now, as time passed by, it's not overnight, but as time passed by, days to weeks, weeks to months, the pain, I forgot that I had pain at that point in time. So this comes by listening to your body. When you have an injury, right, at your back, you will see there is a certain threshold that is there that you can do, which would be uncomfortable. It's not that it will be comfortable. It is uncomfortable, but it does not hurt. You see, there's a difference between it enters the hurting range and as long as it stays in the uncomfortable range. So you want to hold yourself in that uncomfortable range as much as you can and relax. And by the end of the program, for example, a certain asana, even just sitting straight was hurting your back. Probably before the program started, you would have been able to sit there, let's say for a minute. By the end of program, you'll be able to sit there, let's say for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Now that is what makes the difference. The moment you know this technique, even after you go back home, you can just repeat it. And this is for all the asanas, and this is for every one of you also. Any medical condition that is there, it's not that you're going to go all out and hurt yourself. No, that's not the point here. But we need to understand there is an uncomfortable range and then there's a hurting range. How many of you are understanding the difference between the discomfort and the hurt, because it's very, very important. If you listen to your body, you will understand it. It's not a very big thing. Okay, so you want to keep yourself in the discomfort range, bring awareness to that place, and just see the pain, source of discomfort that is coming. You will see that it starts healing. Jessica ma, are you understanding ma? So you just have to listen to yourself, and from there, if you keep pushing, you'll actually get healed out of it completely.
Yeah, the healing is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
Wonderful ma, great. All right, I think it's 59. Tomorrow also we're going to take more questions. Yes, go ahead ma. LA, go ahead, go ahead. I think one last question we can take before it's time. Go ahead ma.
Yeah, my name is Shubhada, and
Yes ma.
I just wanted to know the difference between the Shirsasan and the Mundasan we did today.
Yes. So actually ma, the visualization is different. The pranayama is also different. But we have not gotten into those details yet. See, that is the reason when I mentioned earlier, right? We need to get comfortable with the posture. Even though externally it looks same, but it is different. The pranayama is different, the visualization is different.
Okay, okay. Okay.
All right, ma. Actually, many of these things you will see like that. Many things you will be sitting in Padmasana only. They will have different names. But pranayama will be different, gaze will be different, mudra will be different, bandha will be different. It is these things. Okay, wonderful. As in certain asanas which we are comfortable, there we will emphasize on the pranayama, bandha and visualization. Other asanas where we need to get a little more comfortable, we will focus on the technique. But by the end of the entire Paramashiva Sena program that all of you are attending, you will have a complete different understanding of what yoga we have been doing. I know many of us have been doing morning yoga as part of the routine, but it changes a whole different perspective about what yoga is. Wonderful. Are you all enjoying yoga? If yes, can you all raise both your hands, wave both your hands? Okay. Yes, that's wonderful. Great. So I think it's time. Tomorrow, let's spend a little more time, probably half an hour and 40 minutes in terms of taking questions, answering questions and all of that. And for now, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. All of you please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody. Let's have a 15-minute quick break.